What's up, guys? Today we are diving deep into what really drives muscle growth over the long haul. In my last video, I broke down the crucial role that strength plays in building muscle. The key takeaway: to pack on serious mass, you've got to get stronger over time, period. Now, while putting that video together, I found myself digging through some old training footage. Man, that was a trip down memory lane. And looking through it, it got me thinking about how my training's evolved over time. But here's the kicker. Despite now being 21 years into my lifting journey, so much of what I do now is just as straightforward as it was back in year 5. And if you fall into the hype of optimal training today, you'd probably think that my approach would have needed to get much more complex over the years, right? You'd probably expect super high training volume, obsessing over things like time under tension, fancy set extension techniques, doing partial reps focusing on the length and position, and of course, only the most optimal exercises. But here's the truth, plain and simple. I've been comparing training videos of what I was doing 15 plus years ago to what I'm doing now. And you want to know really the only difference? 1, time. 2, load and rep progression. That's it. Seriously. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at some of my old training footage and compare it to what I'm doing now. I'll break it down and show you exactly what I mean here. The first video I have is me bench pressing. Unfortunately, it wasn't done in the gym, but actually at the Arnold Expo, testing how many reps I could do with my own body weight on bench. I was around 20 years old here, and at this point, I'd already been lifting probably 6 years. My body weight was 175 pounds in this video, and as a result, 175 pounds was on the bar. I got 22 reps, I believe, on this day. At that time, I was never training the bench for more than 10 reps at a time. And at this time, I can tell you without a doubt that I was benching no more than 225 pounds for 5 repetitions in a typical session. That was my 5 rep max at a body weight of 175 pounds. Now, what was my chest training like at that time? It was twice per week, every week. On Monday, I would flat barbell bench press for 3 sets of 5 to 9 reps, and then follow that up with 3 sets of dumbbell flies for 3 sets of 12 to 15. On Thursday, I come back and I hit incline barbell press or incline dumbbell press. I do those for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and then I do 3 sets of pec deck or cable flies for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Now, fast forward 14 years after the first video. Damn, that sounds like a really long time. This video, I'm weighing in 197 to about 200 pounds. But I'm bench pressing 315 pounds for 7 reps here. This is not even my personal best at the time, but a typical gym training session. Now, in the time between these videos, I gained approximately 25 pounds of lean mass. My bench press increased from 225 pounds for 5 reps to 315 pounds to 7 to 9 reps. That's just under 100 pounds of additional weight added to the barbell, and it was done for more reps. Now, here's the part that I want to stress. This was exactly what my chest training looked like during the second video. At this point in time, I was training on a rotating schedule, so instead of hitting chest on Monday and Thursday every week, I would train the chest every 4th day, which still comes out very close to twice weekly every week. For the first workout of the cycle, I would hit flat barbell bench press for 2 sets of 5 to 9 reps, flat machine press for 2 sets of 5 to 9 reps, and then I would do pec deck for 2 sets of 12 to 15. That was 6 total sets for that workout. Same training volume that I was doing years ago in the first video. It was just originally divided up into 2 exercises and now divided up into 3. Now, 4 days later, I would do the next chest workout. That would be incline barbell press for 2 sets of 5 to 9 reps, incline machine press for 2 sets of 5 to 9 reps, and then cable flies for 2 sets of 5 to 9 reps. Now, if I were to stick that training into a weekly schedule like I was doing previously, the volume would be identical. So if we look at this, we're really talking only about minute changes to my training over all these years. But if you look at my physique, it's drastically different between the 2 videos. So what was the major difference? The answer is the small progression over each session, each month, and each year. Sometimes I would feel like my progress was crawling, and that's because it was. Sometimes strength would even feel like it was dropping. That's because at times it did. Other times I'd make huge progress in strength in short periods of time. And that's because progress is never linear, and you shouldn't expect it to be either. Let's look at some squat comparisons, because it's not just about one single lift. First video was roughly the same time prior as the first benching video. Again, weighing in 175 pounds. Here, squatting 315 for 5 reps. Quad training was very straightforward back then. Tuesday, I hit barbell squats for 3 sets of 5 to 9 reps. Then I do leg extensions for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Friday, I come back in the gym, I'd hit machine hack squats, 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. And I finish off with leg extensions, 3 sets of 10 to 12. Now, fast forward about 9 years later. Here I am in this video weighing about 190 pounds. 15 pounds heavier from the first video, and I'm squatting 405 pounds for 5 reps. We're talking about 90 pounds added to the bar here and 15 pounds added to my physique. But again, let's look at the difference in training. Quad training at this time, I was doing barbell squats on Wednesday for 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps, and then I would finish that off with hack squats for 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps. Saturday, I come back in the gym and I'd start off with leg press for 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps, finish off with leg extensions for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Are you starting to see a pattern here? Literally the exact same training volume and the exact same frequency as the first video. The only thing to actually note here are the exercise variations are a bit different. Other than that, there's only 2 differences: time and load. Key takeaway here: focus on those mini wins. You don't need to drastically change your training over the years to make more progress. Just focus on progression. Making this video reminds me of a quote that fits perfectly here. The work that you see me do now is the result of the work that you didn't see. Now you've seen all the work that's done. Apply this progression mentality into your training. And if you just focus on getting a little bit better every week, every month, and every year, you will get to your end goal. And if you want the exact training program that I personally designed to get you there as quickly as possible, check out my old school mass gain training down below. And as always, if you want to see more of the best original bodybuilding content just like this, make sure to hit subscribe.